Welcome to another episode of Value Solar Talks with Deepak Bajaj. Today we are thrilled to have Kalpit Shah, a seasoned supply chain leader with experience in procurement and strategic sourcing across various industries. Renowned by various awards and recognition, Kalpit is positioned as a pillar in the field of sourcing and creating an impact in the industry and society as well. Other than his alumni from IIM Kolkata and NLPA, he brings a unique perspective in the world of digital supply chain transformation. So, welcome, Kalpit. Over to you.
Thank you, Deepak. It's pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So, Kalpit, we all understand, we have seen, that you are doing a fantastic job in the field of the professional career, right? But one thing which is missing, that we all want to understand who is Kalpit Shah as a person, and what makes you awake in the morning and motivate you.
Oh, okay, great. So thank you, Deepak, for asking this question. I would love to answer this. Yeah. So basically, I will first of all introduce myself personally. So I am from Ahmedabad, and I am staying with my mother, and I have a wife and two kids. So my wife is a professor in engineering college. She's into computer and IT department, and my elder son is of 15 years, and now he is in 10th standard,
Oh,
and my daughter is in 5th standard. So that's my family. And apart from, see, what Kalpit Shah is, so Kalpit Shah awakes with an idea, with the positive mindset. So with the gratitude and positive mindset, I start my morning. So in my leisure time, I like to meditate, and also I love singing. So in my leisure time, I also like to sing, and I also like to play carom and cricket. So that's all about me. And apart from this, in my studies, I did my engineering in 2003, and post my engineering, I did my materials management postgraduate diploma. That was from Indian Institute of Materials Management in the year of 2008-9, and then I pursued executive program into supply chain management from IIM Kolkata in 2011. So that's all about me, Deepak. Thank you. Over to you.
thank you. Thanks, Kalpit. So the positivity, the positive mindset and gratitude is really, really, challenging for most of the people. I
Yes.
understand how you manage that, with
Yes. So actually, I in this 20 years, see, it was a roller coaster life, and then I also had ups and downs in my professional and personal professional career and personal life as well. So to keep a balancing,
Hmm.
I found that yes, gratitude and positivity is very much required to fuel your mind to do something more, and it propels you for the towards the bigger goal. So it really needs. So I that's why I always recommend to the youngsters and beginners who are just beginning their career to start gratitude and meditating as a practice, so that they can they can easily uh, absorb these setbacks or anything which is not moving as per what they wanted. So to meditate and keeping calm in the worst scenario, that is the key of the success.
Yeah, no, very, very well said. And I believe that the people who are struggling
Yeah.
with your valuable input, they definitely get some direction. And yeah, if someone gets some value out of it, someone gets some way to settle their roller coaster ride, it's it's a great message. Thanks, Kalpit. But there are a lot many in your since 2003 you are in the industry, right? So in your 21 years of experience, you have been struggling. Everyone is struggle, in every phase of the life. So could you share with us the memorable key milestones and the experiences with us, especially in the supply chain management domain?
Yeah, sure. So I will start with my uh, how I came into the supply chain management. Actually, this is altogether a different subject. So I
Mm-hmm.
passed out as an engineer. uh, then somebody will think how is this supply chain came into the picture.
True.
So yeah, so actually I got my first job as a site engineer. Yeah, I was into a telecom industry,
Mm.
and suddenly what happened that uh, that was the telecom infrastructure industry, and they wanted someone who can handle the back office operations. So in the back office operations, they wanted some person who can handle the vendor or site contractors.
Yeah.
Uh, so then to take regular follow-ups, material follow-ups, delivery follow-ups, vendor payments and all. So then I was called by my manager, and he asked me to handle this kind of portfolio of vendor management. So I and then I started learning something being in the office. So from the side, it was altogether a different subject for me.
Mm.
And then when the days passed, I started interacting with various contractors, seeing the challenges, also the management pressures and goals, milestones to be achieved month on month. So
Mm.
I got the knowledge of entire business cycle, and I found supply chain, and supply chain became my passion then later on.
Mm.
And I started getting interest into this. So I was also participating into the strategic negotiations and
Mm.
all. So that was the thing how I came into the supply chain management as a profession. And then at that time in year of 2004, I decided that I want to pursue my career into the supply chain.
Mm.
And then from then my supply chain journey started, and from since then I had achieved some milestones. So like I'll tell, when I was with Tata's, they were separating from their telecom infrastructure industry from the parent company Tata Teleservices. So
Mm.
they were into the demerger activity. So in that demerger, there was the task to separate the books of accounts for both the
Mm.
entities. So
All right.
so in that activity, we had to implement the ERP SAP into the new entity, and then from one entity, the data has to pass to the new entity. So books of account has have to be transferred. So in that entire ERP implementation end to end cycle, that I was part of that team. They had formed one team which was a cross-functional team. So I was associated with my few colleagues from finance, and at the corporate level, at national level, I was part of this ERP implementation. So that was my first milestone, which I achieved successfully, and we implemented this ERP system into the new entity. So that was
Mm.
my achievement in the year of 2006-7. And
Mm.
later on, one of my key milestone, I remember that in the year of 2015, I was with Bharti Airtel. In Bharti Airtel, we were running the concept called War on West,
Ah.
where in War on West, we had a focus to reduce the OPEX, operating expenses cost. And there we were working with the cross-functional teams. So I had my few colleagues from O&M team, network team, also from finance team. So cross-functionally, we were working on few ideas, wherein I introduced the idea of using the battery cells, which the batteries we were using the VRLA batteries at that time
Mm.
in 2015. So Amara Raja, HBL, they were the manufacturers of these battery banks. And battery, I saw that these battery cells, they due to some O&M challenges and service disruptions, O&M team was just using the cells and then throwing it. They were not using it up to the shelf life of the entire battery bank. And
Hmm.
then with the uh, I discussed this issue. So there were a lot of cells at the lying at the sites itself, and we were not using it, and it was just going to the scrap. So we were
Oh,
not utilizing the batteries fully and just using these cells for 1 or 2 years, and then we were scrapping it. So that's how we and then we were uh, purchasing new and new battery banks every year. So that was lot of costs was involved. So to curb this cost, I called the Amara Raja team and then discussed with them that what can be the solution. So they told that we can use these used battery cells again, and we can revive that, and we can make full and new battery bank out of these revived cells. And
oh,
we formed battery revival centers at warehouse as well as at some sites itself. And those battery revival centers were getting these battery cells inside, and then from those used cells the new battery banks were getting formed. So we reduced the purchase of new batteries and saved the cost of fresh purchase. And that's how I remember that we saved. Later on this idea, first I introduced it in Mumbai Maharashtra Circle where I was working, and
mm-hmm.
then later on it got implemented nationally. And we at that year in that year in 2016 we saved 132 million of battery bank purchase cost. So that was a
Wow.
huge saving. Yeah, huge saving. Almost we can say 60% of our national wow target that we achieved. So that was my another milestone in Bharti Airtel. And
Wow.
yeah, and after then in current my current company Genpact also. So
Mm-hmm.
I used to work with cross-functional teams, and also we were working one India, one GE project, wherein I was uh, I was part of that team, wherein we tried to optimize the vendor database, and we were focusing on reducing the cost and giving the uh, business to the promising and valuable partners so that they can give the bigger discounts. And
Yeah.
yeah, that project was also a successful project. When I so these are the key milestones in my supply chain journey so far. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Deepak. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure the list is long, right?
Yeah, yeah. So if I talk about this, and then it will take hours actually.
Yeah, but one thing which I really like about it is not about the saving the cost. It's about, if the batteries are not performing,
Yeah.
then to make the network live, you have to power on either by electricity or by the generators. And
Yes.
generator itself means a cost,
Operating.
environmental.
Yeah. By it will be a diesel cost. Yeah. Fuel cost.
And the carbon emission which we all are
Absolutely.
very sensitive nowadays, so it's
Yes.
you're just to reuse those batteries and then you are putting them again in the live form and again you are also trying to minimize the electricity usage as well because coals are running at the back end at the thermal stations.
Correct. 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 Right, Deepak.
Right. No, it's a great initiative. When you talk about this thing, I was just remembering, someone, every day we are talking about the zero carbon or carbon less emission or something like that. So it is required. Global warming is getting heating up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's because and this idea has really helped to reduce the carbon emissions and carbon footprints, and it was also recognized by our quality team, national quality team, and my global CEO had awarded me for this initiative.
Yeah. And it is a appreciated thing. It's a milestone not for the company but for the whole world.
Yeah,
Uh,
correct,
hmm. But nowadays, as the one thing is very common in your portfolio is the cross-functional teams, right?
yeah, yes,
But to think make the life more complicated nowadays, the digital is everywhere,
yeah,
right? So now, if I look at this evolving digital landscape, right? So how you see that your strategic sourcing plays a how this play a crucial role in the transforming entire landscape, in whichever industry we are working.
Yeah, sure, Deepak. So, in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape,
Mm-hmm.
how the strategic sourcing plays a crucial role. So, I'll see. That's how I see. So, I'll give uh, the parameters how it in today's world strategic sourcing plays a crucial role. So first is the data driven decision making process. So
Mm-hmm.
strategic sourcing leverages data analytics and advanced technology to gain insights into the supplier performance and then market trends and cost structures. So by harnessing data, organizations can make better informed decisions for supply selection, negotiation strategies, and the risk management. So
Yeah.
leading to better outcomes and the in the improved competitiveness. That is first point. Second is supplier collaboration. In digital ecosystem, strategic sourcing involves the better data for supplier to collaborate and foster the initiatives. So by involving suppliers at the early stage of product innovative product uh, you can say if we are talking about launching a new product in
Correct.
that process itself if we introduce suppliers then we can in market we can launch it better with the less risk involved into it and with the it will lead to a better outcomes so it will help in that also we can improve the visibility and transparency across the supply chain
Mm-hmm.
by establishing the robust supplier relationships and also implementing digital tools such as supplier portals, blockchains, etc. So it
Mm-hmm.
will improve the visibility part of and the transparency. Also, the as I told that agility, resilience, and the risk mitigation. So in
Correct.
today's volatile business environment, strategic sourcing enables organizations to build agile and resilient supply chains. So by diversifying supplier portfolios, implementing dual sourcing strategies, and conducting scenario planning, organizations can effectively mitigate the risks around it. So that's the good part of, and that's the main reason why strategic sourcing is required.
Mm-hmm.
And the fifth point, which I would like to make here, is the cost optimization. So by strategic sourcing, we can deep dive into the negotiations with the key partners, and we can foster the relationships with the strategic partners. We can deep dive into the discussions wherein we can give the better products to the market, and we can give with the better volume we can give assure the better volumes to the strategic supplier and also in turn they can also offer us the bigger discounts and with the good quality of the products so that's how we can improve our strategic relationships with the supplier so in totality so supplier strategic sourcing can improve the digital transformation also by leveraging data fostering collaboration with the supplier and cost optimization. All these things can happen very well with the strategic sourcing.
Yeah, there are the point which you mentioned. It covers in the entire landscape, end
Yeah,
to end,
yeah,
right? And I'm pretty much sure you are like you have a expertise working with the platforms such as SAP, Ariba, Oracle, and others,
yeah.
right? How do you think, and what is your opinion that how these tools, or maybe whatever you want to recommend as well, can streamline the procurement processes? And what is your experiences on using such type of digital tools?
Yeah. So, if I talk about the tools like SAP, Oracle, in SAP also now HANA, Ariba, all these variants have come, and also we are uh, right now our digital supply chain. In now we are working on the various tools for data analytics part of it, like Kinaxis, which gives us the information of how demand planning or how supply planning should happen,
Mm-hmm.
how the due to the disruptions of the supply chain market and volatility of the market, what should be the inventory levels of the each SKU so that the operations are not affected. So these tools really help us in bringing the process efficiency, also visibility and control, supplier collaboration, cost savings, and analytics and insights. So all these things have been improved with the use of these tools. We can, by consolidating this spend data, uh, uh, these tools help us. Like yeah, if I talk about the AI, AI and machine learning tools. So
Right.
with the help of these tools, and we are collaborating with the suppliers in a better way. And because of this leveraging supplier insights, and optimizing the supplier strategies, technology platforms help us in identifying cost saving initiatives also.
Hmm.
So this has helped us in 360 degree, and with the use of these tools, it really helps in, by leveraging these technology platforms. It really helps in the today's supply chain environment.
True, true. And you rightly mentioned AI ML, which is
Yeah,
the heartbeat of nowadays. Everything which is going in this world has AI ML
correct,
component into that.
correct.
Hmm. Uh, in the last your answer, you mentioned about the telecom infrastructure where you started and did a lot of implementation. So as you spend a quality time in these telecom operators as well as infrastructure organizations, right? What are the key challenges or the obstruction which you have faced during that time, and how it was impacting your supply and procurement system in that situation, and what you did?
In my telecom journey, specifically, if I would say there were challenges. First challenge, I would say this complex supply chain, because
Hmm.
telecom infrastructure is spread across nationwide and globally also. So in various, each and every state or circle will have a different geography, different challenges, different set of contractors mindsets. So that the entire supply chain environment was complex,
Yes.
and the telecom infrastructure industry often involves this complex supply chain. And also we are sourcing various components from various suppliers. So sometimes what happens that if we if the site is on air, and then if we have to if that part or technology is now obsolete, and at the in the operations, if we are asking for the spares to manage the operations, we were not getting the required spares at that time. So because the technology is totally obsoleted, and now and then the situation was coming like we have to change, because of that one particular part, we have
Hmm.
to change the entire equipment itself. So that was the complexity involved into the telecom environment. uh, Technology obsolescence, as I told,
Yeah.
because of just one diode or resistor or capacitor, we had to change the entire module itself. So that was the time. That was the main challenge. Second is regulatory compliance. That it was, as you know, that in telecom we have a stringent regulatory guidelines which we need to
Yeah.
follow, we need to comply. So as per that, procurement professionals have to ensure that suppliers adhere to those guidelines, which are led by the regulatory team. Uh, then cost pressures, as you know, that supply chain is the team which always have the targets, and we have to buy, uh, we have to make contracts within the budget limit which is given by finance, which is approved by finance. So we always had a cost pressure from the leadership team,
Hmm.
and we had to work into that limits itself, and we need to uh, get the material and services within that budget itself. So these were the main challenges of telecom. And opportunities, I would say that we had certain opportunities as well, like innovation and technology adoption. So as I told you the example, like battery bank revival, that
Yes.
was the innovation which I introduced when I was with Airtel. And
Hmm.
because of that innovation, I had an opportunity to get many ideas across the geographies, and also from my leadership teams, some inputs were coming. So that's how we adopted to the new technology. We adopted this idea, and hence, and we brought this saving across the nation. So that was the good part. Second was strategic partnerships, like with this idea of just battery revival. We had a strategic relationship with the OEM of this battery bank, Amara Raja. We had improved relationship between us, and because of that, Amara Raja was also getting a good business from us, and we were also getting the better support from them
Yes.
at the field level. So it was improving our relationships. Also, the sustainability initiatives, as you talked rightly, that this battery revival, it was not just improving on the cost part of it, but yes, in the sustainability initiatives also
Mm.
it was helping us. So because of this kind of strategic relationships with the partners, we were doing better into those implementing those sustainability initiatives. And last is was the opportunity was the global expansion. So global
Mm.
expansion, like telecom networks and increasing demand of for connectivity worldwide, there were opportunities for the global expansion into the market growth, and procurement professionals was able to capitalize on these opportunities by developing strategic relationships with the partners. So
Yeah.
there were challenges and opportunities. It was mix of it into the telecom and industry.
Yeah, 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 rightly said, because the position where you guys are, the strategic and sourcing and the procurement is there, the vendor ecosystem is crucial, and
Yeah.
managing that thing, and especially the complex environment like in the telecom. So this is a biggest challenge. I can relate it very well. One part is coming from vendor and the another part is coming from Y vendor, and integrating both the things is also a complex challenge. Right. For the audience, the site here means is the mobile towers. So because most of the people are from a non-telecom domain as well. So the site here is where the mobile towers, which is giving a coverage to you. That's what Kalpit want to mention as a site. So yeah, thanks to help it. But nowadays, as you know, the complexity is getting increased, and I will want to specify on the new technologies other than 5G, AI and ML. How you are leveraging these two technologies in your transformation in the sourcing and the procurement. If you can share some insights.
Yes. So it's very good question actually, and definitely in the future, these tools like AI and ML is going to support supply chains a lot. And if anyone who wants to make his career into the supply chain and excel into it, they have to master this both the tools. So we are now using AI and ML in various things. I'll say a few, like predictive analytics for demand forecasting. So by employing this predictive analytics by AI and ML algorithms, I've I've been able to forecast demand more accurately, and because of this accurate forecasting of demand, I was able to procure the raw material well in advance, so that we don't have the product
Correct.
shortage of the raw material in the production. And we were able to deliver the products market in time and well in advance to our end customer. And
Yeah.
that's where the customer relationships was also becoming better and better because of the accurate product forecasting of the demand. So we are using AI/ML into the accurate forecasting. Second is supplier risk assessment. AI
Mm.
and ML algorithms are analyzing the vast amounts of data from the various sources to assess supplier risk factors such as the financial stability, geopolitical risks, and supply chain disruptions. So by leveraging this, I've been able to proactively identify and mitigate risks,
Mm.
ensuring the resilience of the supply chain. Third one is the spend analytics. So because of the AI and ML, we are using Power BI also. Power BI, which
Power
use
BI.
yeah Power BI. So with this Power BI, we are able to make the data and we are using it for the spend management. One spend management, spend analytics, which we are doing by using these AI and ML initiatives. So because of this view we generate in Power BI, with the help of this, we are able to uh, we are able to make the better decisions based
Correct.
on the spend analytics, that now we want to focus means if the costs is shooting up over the budget for particular commodity, then what is the root cause of it, or which supplier, if supplier was delivering the material in last year at so and so price, but if supplier has suddenly increased the price by 100 or 200%, then
Hmm.
what is the reason of it? So those kind of things are coming to us in a crisp and very good, effective manner, so that we are able to make the better decisions while doing our supplier negotiations. This helps us in cost optimization as well. Also, supplier performance monitoring. We have developed supplier scorecards that on the various parameters, like who is good in terms of responsiveness, or which supplier is delivering right material on time. So on time delivery, OTD percentage, or which supplier is giving uh, quote very good quote, or with the accurate quotes. Which
Correct.
supplier is good in the after sales support. So
Hmm.
which supplier is having the less number of non-conformities, like we call NCs.
Hmm.
So those kind of analytics we have designed and developed the supplier evaluation scorecards with the scores. Then if any supplier goes below the cutoff percentage in that particular score, then we remove them in our from our database itself. So we don't give more business to that supplier. And if any supplier is achieving a very good score, then we are giving more and more business to them, and we encourage them to take more business from us. So that's how this also helps us, AI and ML, in also contract management and compliance part. uh, we use our natural language programming called NLP and machine learning algorithms to extract the key terms, identify risks, and ensure the adherence to the contractual obligations. And then that's how streamlining the procurement process. So these are few examples which I would say that which is helping us in managing the supply chain operations. So that's where I would recommend that all the newcomers, beginners of supply chain must master these AI and ML algorithms.
Sure. Matlab, this is it's look like the assistant to each and every person in your organization, right? Or every person in this domain.
Yeah,
That so many things which you mentioned, it's a project, right?
correct.
Complex in nature. Important part is data gathering,
Yeah,
and then once you understand the data, then data, and once you gather the data, then data understanding, and then putting your mind to get insight from that. Yeah, so AIML is a boom for everyone, right? And you are beautifully using it, I should say.
thanks.
Right. And now, other than from the work which we are doing, there's an important role which you are playing, which is as a global sourcing leader. And there are so many lessons which you have learned so far, which has contributed in your success. But what about this, when you talk about the cross teams or cross cultures or cross regions, that is also a complex thing which works on emotion rather than the data itself. So how you manage that?
Yeah. So yes, so as a global strategic sourcing leader, managing procurement operations across different regions has given me some lessons which has contributed to my career, success of my career, I can say.
Hmm.
So first part is the cultural sensitivity. So
Hmm.
understanding and respecting the cultural nuances is essential when working with different teams and suppliers across the geographies.
Right.
Building relationships based on mutual respect and empathy fosters to trust and the collaborate with effectively with them, and which gives the successful outcomes. Second part is the adaptability. So each region has some unique challenges and opportunities. Being adaptable to the and open to the learning from them, local practices and customs enables effective long-term problem solving and innovation tailored for the specific markets.
Mm-hmm.
Third is the communication skills. Yes, each and every geography has their own culture and own language. Okay, so being clear and effective communication is the paramount in managing global supply chain teams. So wherever, whether it's language barrier or navigating the time zone differences or ensuring alignment with the stakeholders, this these strong communication skills are the key to drive the alignment and execution. And fourth one, I would say that risk management. Risk management is operating in different regions, exposes organizations to various risks because of the geopolitical instability, regulatory changes, and supply chain disruptions. So, proactive risk management strategies such as diversifying the supplier networks across the geography and implementing robust contingency plans. These are essentials for mitigating risks. And the last one is strategic alignment.